From the Seward's Gymnasium on the campus of Allen High School in Allentown, Pennsylvania, RCN Television presents live coverage of the PIAA first round of the Class 4A boys. It features the Upper Darby Royals, 18-8 on the season. They're the number 6 team out of District 1. They'll take on our district runner-up in District 11, the Freedom Patriots at 17-9. Hello, everybody. I'm Gary Laubach along with Tom Stout. I hope you have a comfortable chair and you stay with us all day long as we have ball games at 3, at 4:30, at 6, and 7:30. Tom and I will be here. We'll bookend our two broadcasts, and we're glad you are with us. Upper Darby comes into this game as an 18-8 team, and they have overachieved, as this is a ball club that had a very good team last year, graduated almost everybody, and nobody expected them to be where they are right now. They were picked in the bottom half of the Central League as you get a look at head coach Bob Miller, and he's been around a while, 12 seasons. He's a physics teacher. That's an unusual combination. And let's take a look at the Royals starting lineup. And Tom, they're led by a Quiddy Slanger who averages 11.8 a game, but between him and Fisher, they have 102 threes, and that's a key to their success.
So obviously they like to shoot beyond the arc, behind the perimeter, out in the perimeter. But again, Gary, two guys I noticed, Kadir Rice and Ben Torre, they don't score the points, but they both average over 10 rebounds a game. So them long shots come carrying off or coming off to those two guys.
And that allows them, I think, to match up pretty well with the Freedom Patriots, who are strong inside, obviously, with Chiclana and Williams. And the coach hopes that that is the case because he likes the athleticism of the Freedom Patriots. As we turn our attention to Freedom, there's a guy who is looking to tie the record for the most wins of any basketball coach at Freedom. Rich Baxter with 155. Joe, obviously, with 154. As we take a look at their starting lineup, and again, it's Jackson who seems to be the steadiest of the players there, but then they certainly need some help, and they can get it from any of the other four.
It's just a question, consistent, can they get it consistently from the other four? Nyreef Jackson all season long, double figures in every game for the Patriots, but again, if foul trouble comes into play, and it just throws a monkey wrench in it for the Patriots. But you hope that Coach Stellato gets a victory tonight. And again, I'm comparing this team a little bit to Easton last year, Gary. Didn't win the league championship, didn't win the district championship, but they have enough ability to keep going and maybe go the farthest out of anybody in the state.
All right, well then let's show you what we think are the keys to today's game, brought to you by Brown Daub. And I think for Upper Darby, and the coach really kind of agreed, they have to figure out a way to stop Chiclana and Williams. Maybe just stop one of them, and you might win the ball game. And Tom, for Freedom, I think it's about time somebody wins one for Joe Stellato, and I named him the Gipper.
Joe Stellato, such a nice man. He's persevered in this program. He's taken this program from not winning many basketball games to get it to the point where they're right now, they're one of the cream of the crop teams, and you just hope that Coach Stellato's team can come out victorious.
Joe Craig doing some scouting here. We'll be back with today's tip-off. Stay with us.
For a great deal and great selection on pre-owned cars and trucks, you choose Rothrock. You'll pick from over 300 vehicles, all makes and models, and factory-certified specials with warranties up to 100,000 miles. Plus, they service what they sell, and you'll receive free lifetime state inspection.
It's Rothrock's annual certified sell-down. Get financing rates as low as 1.9%.
Your best selection is Rothrock's pre-owned outlet. Of course.
You'll stay with Rothrock.
Do you know Cliff? Cliff & Company at ABE Car Care have always had the Lehigh Valley's auto repair needs covered. Cliff knows vehicles. He's at home on the racetrack, in the pit, and at either of ABE Car Care's Allentown locations. Want expert care to make your ride last? Get it in gear and come see Cliff and the gang at ABE Car Care.
Tune-ups, brakes, mufflers, inspections, and much more. Car Care Plus, only at ABE Car Care Centers.
Avoid drama with A1 Towing Service and Roadside Assistance. Get the dependable, reliable service you deserve with A1 Towing Service. When you're in need of a tow because of a flat tire, dead battery, or when you run out of gas, our team of experts will rush into your aid. We offer the largest fleet in the Lehigh Valley to handle any accident. Our drivers are experienced, dependable, and equipped. We provide long-distance towing, official police towing, roadside assistance, and much more. Avoid the drama with A1 Towing Service and Roadside Assistance.
The Upper Darby Royals, a basketball team that's kind of a little hard to figure out. And I'll give you this example. They lost to Ridley just a couple of weeks ago, 64-34, and turned around and then beat Ridley in a ball game, 57-52. I asked Coach what about that, and he said, well, we knock down threes, we shoot well, and sometimes we don't. First out is number 1, James Fisher, 5'11 senior, 60 triples, 9.6 a game. 5 is Quiddy Slanger, 6'1 senior, 11.8 leading scorer, 42 threes. Nikki McCoy is number 11, a 5'11 senior, 1.8 a game, 3.2 rebounds. 21, Kadir Rice, a 6'4 junior, 10.2 rebounds, 7.1 points. And 24 is Benny Torre, a 6'5 junior, 6.6 a game, 10.8 rebounds. There's Bob Miller. He's coached a long time. 12 years, 184 and 114 in his career. Also coached at Interboro. Out for Freedom is Nigel Long, number 5, a 5'8 junior, 8.8 a game. 12, Macy O'Connor, 5'9 senior, leads the team in assists and steals, 4.3 a game. 15, Derek Chiclana, a 6'6 senior, 12.3 a game, 57 blocks and 7.9 rebounds. 23, David Williams, 6'6 junior, 6.3 a game. And finally, Nyreef Jackson. He's the leading scorer at 17 a game, 63 triples on the season. There you get a look at Joe Stellato. Joe is in his 13th season, 154 and 165. The officials, they're from up north in District 11. Bill Murphy in the middle, Ed Clark on the left, and Jim Kimmel is on the right. Not a bad crowd here for the early game, and people are filing in as we speak. 4 games here today at the Phys Ed Center. And of course, we thank Scott Cooperman for all of his assistance. He's the athletic director here. Well, we lost some teams last night out. The Becca boys, Salisbury boys, and the Parkland girls. Teams that got through. Central Catholic, they'll play Donegal, District 3 team. Pius got through. They'll play Sankova Freedom, District 12 team. Nazareth girls will take on Dover, a District 3 team, and Notre Dame girls will take on Newman Goretti. Those games will all be played on Tuesday night. It is man-to-man defense by the Pates. And when you look at the bodies out there, they match up height-wise pretty evenly.
Place they don't match up, Gary, the Pates guards are just small. And if the guys from Upper Darby, the Royals, want to shoot threes, they must close out on them.
Well, they missed the first shot, and Freedom does not, as there is Nyreef Jackson. We talked about how steady he is. It seems like, Tom, every time we see him, he gives us a decent ball game. He had 20 against Parkland in the district final.
Gary, you take away Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman, Nyreef Jackson is the second best player in the Lehigh Valley this year.
He didn't have a great shooting game against Parkland, 8 for 21, but he was about the only guy that was putting points on the board. Well, the first three that is taken is not made. That one by James Fisher. So they're 0 for 2. How about a nice step back? Derek Chiclana, no, and the rebound controlled by Fisher. Fisher will bring the ball down the floor. He averages 2.7 assists. He's an outstanding shooter, and he's getting a lot of looks from District 3 schools. Now with the basketball is Quiddy Slanger, another guy getting a lot of looks. He hit a 3 at the buzzer to beat North Penn in the first round of districts. And then that got them rolling, and there's an air ball thrown up. That one by Quiddy Slanger.
I like the matchup by Coach Stellato. he's putting Nyreef Jackson on Slanger to match up on the 6'1" shooting guard.
And we know we have plenty of fans down in Upper Darby watching today's ball game. We're glad you're with us. You might want to stay with us a little bit later on, too, when we have Ridley taking on Parkland, our District 11 champion. So we are happy to see your team, and we're happy you're watching the ball game. I was at the Freedom Gym last night to do a doubleheader and got to see Freedom practice, and I saw a lot of this. Set plays being run, and man, he is a pure shooter, is Nyreef Jackson.
From every angle, Gary, fade away, stepping back, he can just knock down the perimeter shot.
So 4-0 now in favor of Freedom. Upper Darby yet to turn it over, but they get to put the ball in the basket. There's a nice little left-handed move by Kadir Rice. We get our first foul of the basketball game, and you'll get another look at it.
Good entry pass. Kadir Rice, strong. Nice little left-handed hook. Draws the foul.
Foul is called on David Williams. They are not a good foul shooting team, the Royals. Coach said they average about 48% from the foul line. And we asked for some individual numbers. He says you don't want to hear them.
Well, we can relate to that with some of the team's free throw shooting percentages here in the Lehigh Valley.
I don't think we had anybody under 50%, though.
We had some in the low 50s.
Yeah, we did. The first bucket is a Singleton, 4-1. Now they turn up the D a little bit with a zone trap. And there's another 15-footer. This one a little long. Williams thought he was going to get that rebound, and he did not. It was kind of ripped away from him. And quickly down the floor comes Fisher.
That was a good defensive set by the Royals. They changed their defense and shocked the Patriots a little bit there on that possession.
They don't like to play zone. They were forced to play zone against Chester. And Coach said that didn't work, but I'm not sure what works against Chester.
Maybe 7 guys against 5.
Trouble with Chester, it's 7 against about 15. That's about how many they play. Well, there was an easy shot by Kadir Rice, and he couldn't get it, and then they end up throwing the ball away. So not the best of starts right now for the Royals. Get another look at it.
Good penetration. There's the stick back by Rice. Just comes up short. Kicks it out, goes out of bounds.
That jump shot doesn't go, and David Williams, they're going to call this foul on McCoy, and I'd like to see it again because it looked like the foul might have been on a Freedom player, so no foul at all. Yeah, that's number 12 underneath him, Macy O'Connor.
I think McCoy might have bodied Macy O'Connor out of the way, but when we looked at it, it just looked like Macy O'Connor got underneath big David Williams.
That's a good call. We're looking at the second angle, and that's exactly what happened. David Williams, 61% from the free throw line. As a team, Freedom is 61%, so they're not an outstanding free throw shooting team either. Williams with an unusual stance at the foul line. He drops that one. Tommy stands about a foot away from the line.
Wants to shoot a 16-footer instead of a 15-footer. I don't know. He must think it's
got better range.
I guess. But you have to like so far on the offensive boards, David Williams, thus far early in the game.
Try to get it inside. That's a nice pass because that's not an easy pass to get in there. Toure is the recipient, and he puts it up and in, but that pass had to go over Chiclana.
Had to go over Chiclana and give Toure credit. Nice, solid post up.
Freedom almost in trouble with that last pass. They got away with it. Now Macy O'Connor, he got his feet going before he got his body going. First turnover.
Watch the entry. There's no weak side help. Nigel Long has to get there a step sooner, so that doesn't happen right there.
Glad we saw that again. We can give credit to James Fisher for the assist. He averages almost 3 assists a game. Fisher way outside. That one doesn't go. And Chiclana with an easy rebound. And Williams will throw the ball away. So back-to-back turnovers for Freedom. And things have gotten a little sloppy. And you see the pain on the face of head coach Joe Stellato.
Just a little ragged early on here. 3:31 to go in the first quarter.
And that's just us. Fisher gets the ball over to McCoy. Number 5 is Slanger. Good ball movement. Everybody touches it. And they get a triple out of Slanger. Tom, I like that offensive set. 43rd triple of the year for Quiddy Slanger.
Slanger drains the 3, but a beautiful flare screen by Benny Torre to set that up.
Down, and there is Jackson again. So right now, it's pretty much all Jackson for Freedom.
Gary, there's times it looks like Nairef Jackson's just playing by himself. Nobody's covering him. He just makes it look so easy.
Nigel Long with his second assist. Nice back cut. Yeah, I think we're going to get a reach in. No, we're going to get a walk. Looked like it might have been a reach in foul. Instead, they call a turnover.
Coach Miller can't believe the call. Nice backdoor cut.
Oh, that's a foul. That was an old wrist grab, Tom.
No harm, no foul, I guess.
Brian Juliana into the game. Again, they try the trap. And again, we get a walking violation. This one against Freedom. 7-6 Patriots.
So now one fan might say, that official knows how to call the walk. He just called it back to back.
Yeah, but probably he got booed by half the crowd on both calls.
And then he said, maybe I'll call it this way.
We see Demetrius Timmons into the game. That one is popped up, doesn't go. Rebound comes right down to Aisheem Adams, and he does not get it to fall.
How about Nairef Jackson? His length showed there denying that shot.
Inside Chiclana, up and under. Nice, sweet move for Derek Chiclana. 23 is Aisheem Adams, a 6'2 sophomore. 14 is Demetrius Timmons, a 6'1 junior. I asked Coach how many he used. He said, we have 2 players injured, so I can only go about 8 deep. So their rotation a little shorter than normal. Inside, good block by Nairef Jackson, but it does come back to Timmons. He's inside, that won't go. Rebound inside, that's up and in. Good effort by Kadir Rice.
Rice working hard on the offensive glass, but you see with David Williams out of the game, Gary, there's a little more there's more opportunities on that offensive glass for the Royals.
And I'm going to change that last bucket. That was Aisheem Adams with the bucket, but Nigel Long counters with a bucket of his own.
This mid-range jumper by Nigel Long.
Nigel's a real key. He's a real spark plug for the ball club. 8.8 a game. That jump shot is dropped, and all of a sudden they're starting to drain their shots. That was Benny Torre who put that one up and in. 11-10. Nigel drops it off. Chiclana back, driving to the bucket is Connor. And let's see if Freedom is now interested in just one shot. It looks like that's going to be the case.
I'd get Nairef Jackson to come get the basketball.
Dribbling down the paint. Nigel throws it up, doesn't go. And looking up at the clock, there's time. Out of bounds, it will be Royal basketball. 2.3 seconds on the clock. Andrew Arner in the game for Freedom as Coach Stellato tries to steal a few extra minutes for Connor. That will not count. 11-10 at the end of one in favor of Freedom. Nairef Jackson with 6 of the 11. Don't go anywhere.
Create a game plan for your financial future with Eric Engel of Janney Montgomery Scott. Contact Eric Engel today at ericengel.com.
At Brown Dow Volvo, we say the customer always comes first. But what does that mean? It's not just about great service, deals, or salespeople. It's in our approach and about putting you first.
Right now, you could drive off in the stunning new 2013 Volvo S60 T5 all-wheel drive for a low $299 a month.
But we don't just sell cars. We give our customers reasons to buy, like Volvo Secure all-wheel drive. See how we put the customer first on Jandy Boulevard in Nazareth.
Upper Darby shot 29% in that first quarter. Not too bad, really, because they got off to a bad start. Freedom 63%, but with that said, it's still an 11-10 ball game. Freedom with 4 rebounds, 7 for the Royals. Turnovers, 3 by Freedom and 2 by the Royals. The Royals 1 for 4 from beyond the arc. Freedom did not take a shot from beyond the arc.
Since the Royals, Gary, have gone to this 1-3-1 defense, it's slowed down the Patriots.
Pull-up jump shot by Arner. That doesn't go. And that's going to be a foul on Arner as he knocks James Fisher over the end line.
Shot goes up by Arner. Long rebound. Good job of running it down by Corey Williams.
You're wondering why a 3 o'clock start on a Saturday afternoon. Well, it's SAT day. And a number of the players taking SATs, and that pushes everything back. Nice block inside by Williams. But the ball collected by the Royals.
Adams got by big David Williams, but he had enough sense to come back, use his length, and block the shot.
Inside, another block. Williams with 2 good defensive plays.
Again, Gary, they need him in there just because of his length, his long arms, big body. He can do some things that might not show up, in the points, obviously, but other things.
Take another look at it.
He gets beat immediately, but look at that. He comes back, his long arms, rejects it. There again, hands up high, doesn't slap down. Good effort, big fella.
Williams battling with Kadir Rice and pushing and shoving. Somebody's going to get a foul here. They get a shot off, and here it comes. They're going to call the foul on Williams. You just knew that somebody was going to pick up a foul on that possession. And that's the second on Williams. And again, the frustration by Joe Stellato. Remember, in the district championship game, early foul trouble really messed up the ability of that team to mesh.
And one of the gentlemen that had to sit down was David Williams, as he just did right here. And Coach Stellato talking to David Williams over on the bench, just saying, we need you in the game, big fella. Don't get caught up in all the shenanigans.
Rice was pushing. Williams was pushing back. Williams got caught. Coach Miller said the greatest asset of this basketball team is how unselfish they are. They really don't care who scores. They share the basketball. Ooh, that might have been an offensive foul, not called.
That's a walk.
It's going to be a walk. We've had a lot of walking. That's the 3rd turnover by the Royals. Back in comes Nick McCoy. And sitting down will be Demetrius Timmons. John Bowman with us today. Always good to have John helping out with some of our numbers. Kind of a silly foul there by Kadir Rice.
But you see, Gary, the Upper Darby Royals extended that pressure to 3/4 court, came back into half court. It's nice to have Chiclana and Jackson. They can break the press, but then they pass the ball up to their smaller guards, and they got double teamed there. So it's a tough situation for the Patriots because the smaller guards can't do anything with it.
There's Chiclana with that nice soft shot off the glass that he has. Derek now with 4 points. And the lead is 3.
That's where Chiclana needs to be, but when they're pressing, he's a good outlet to have.
Largest lead 4 by Freedom in the game. Upper Darby has led by 1. We've had 2 lead changes, no ties. Fisher again redirecting traffic. Slanger puts it up. That won't go. Rebound Nyreef Jackson.
That was a good looking shot by Slanger. Just didn't fall.
Now Nyreef end to end. No, follows his own miss. So Nyreef will get a missed shot, a rebound, and a made shot. He has 4 rebounds already. Oh, that one is drained. Oh, it didn't go. It must have
came up
just short. One of those that from up here looked like it went. It didn't. Jackson up. No, he'll get hammered. Don Mitchell will make the call.
Naif Jackson, the 6'4", ability to go coast to coast, attacking the rim, draws the foul.
Third team foul.
Gary, I'd like to say it was when he helped me with Twitter to get on Twitter that turned the season around, but he was already averaging about 18 points at that time.
Yeah, it sure messed him up that night. You took all of his focus away from the basketball.
They did lose that night, didn't they, at Parkland?
Yes.
I guess I owe him an apology.
And then you tweeted that they lost. That was just rubbing salt. 1 out of 2 for Naif. He's 66% from the foul line. Freedom now 2 for 4 as they are now enjoying their largest lead of the game. Dropped the ball down inside to Rice. Boy, Rice just simply took it to the hole and laid it up and in.
Again, defense pulled out above the foul line, and Rice, nice cut to the basket.
Derek Chicklana for 3. Ooh. He can be silky smooth. That's just his 10th triple of the year, and that forces a timeout by the Royals of Upper Darby, and allows us to invite you to Brown Daub Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. They're one of the largest new and pre-owned dealerships in the Lehigh Valley. They have over 225 used cars in stock, and of course plenty of brand new cars in stock. Bad credit is no problem, 100% guaranteed approval. Check it out at www.bdpreowned.com or stop in the Brown Daub Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Hecktown Road in Easton. Tom, we get a look at head coach Bob Miller. Your early thoughts about this matchup so far?
Well, I think usually you think teams District 1 like to go up and down. They're a well-disciplined team. They're patient in the offense. Like you said, they spread the ball around, and I like the way they switched their defense. He made a coaching change immediately, and it really set back the Patriots, but they seem to adapt now, and we'll see what happens.
19-12, that's the largest deficit they have looked at as we approach the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. Fisher, nothing. Good defense by Freedom. Down inside, little half hook, up and in. That was a nice offensive set by the Royals. 5 points now for Kadir Rice.
Somebody from Freedom needs to understand Kadir Rice is left-handed. He made that move twice now, and he's been very effective with it.
It's a good point. You practice against a righty, and then all of a sudden you see a lefty, and your focus has to shift to the other side. Bad pass. Chicklana will throw that one away, trying to find Jackson. And that's the 4th Freedom turnover.
That's the right idea, but Chicklana threw that ball. Jackson wasn't posted up yet, wasn't in good position. Hold that, let him get a good position, then throw it in.
Freedom in States for the first time since 1993. Look at that block by Jackson. Upper Darby went to States in 07. There they lost to Simon Gratz. Played a good ball game, 82-73 that year. Way outside, McCoy, no. And the ball slapped around. Chicklana will end up with it. Chicklana wants to go in the paint. Another left-hander, doesn't get that one. And a good rebound by Kadir Rice. Then he got away with maybe a bit of a sloppy pass, which came right back to him. Nice, strong move by James Fisher. And now it's the Royals on a bit of a run. They've cut a 7-point deficit down to 3.
Fisher with a tremendous move. He has 63s, Gary, but you can see he can get to the basket.
So far this season, you notice that 8 losses is a nice move up and under on a reverse layup by Nigel Long. When they have a tough loss, this team usually follows it up with a good win, so Freedom has to be on the lookout for that. They lost to Coatesville 76-43. Freedom played Coatesville, Tom, and only lost to them by 4.
Freedom definitely, Gary, their starting 5 tremendous.
Look at that play. One of the smallest guys on the court takes it down the paint and then gets rid of it long before a defensive player thought he would.
One of the smallest guys on the court, but a young man with a tremendous heart and very court savvy. Just understands how to play the game. Nigel Long.
Fisher, that's a floater of his own. That doesn't go. He gets his own rebound, and Fisher puts it back up and in. So he will also fill up the stat sheet with a rebound, a score, and a missed shot.
Nigel Long played good defense on Fisher. It made him put it on the floor, but Fisher shows his aggressiveness and ability to attack the rim.
Inside Chicklana, a reverse layup. He'll get fouled on the play. This will be on Kadir Rice. That's the second on Rice. No easy ball game for the winner of this one, as the winner will play either Harrisburg, the District 3 champion, 24-2 on the year, or Central Bucks South, the number 10 team out of District 1, 17-10 on the year. And I think the Pennsylvania sports people will be shocked if it's not Harrisburg.
Harrisburg, tremendous year thus far, and they expect some big things in the state tournament.
Chicklana has struggled at the foul line, 57% on the season, and he misses the first. But he does get the second. With the basketball, James Fisher. Seems like Fisher has the ball in his hands more than anybody else, so that's the guy they want to run the offense. Nice spin move, but good defense. Has the shot up and in, and that will be on Teray. He was probably the closest guy to it, as Darrell Kelly in the lineup for Freedom, number 11, a 6'3 senior.
The Royals attack the offensive glass.
That one doesn't go for Jackson. Oh, that's going to be a breakaway. On the move is Slanger. He just softly lays it up and in. No dramatics. And just like that, it's a 2-point game. Fifth Freedom turnover. Final 35 seconds of the first half. This team has some spurt ability, Tom.
What they do, they're very aggressive. Freedom making some tough first shots for them, but they get second opportunities. That shouldn't happen.
With the basketball, Nigel Long. Upper Darby has 6 offensive rebounds in the game. It gives him a couple of opportunities. There goes Jackson. Nairif, wants to take the last shot. Turn around, he won't get it. And that will do it. So Freedom will go into the locker room up by just 2, and Quiddy Slanger with a big steal at the end of the half. And we might have been looking for a dunk. He was just looking for 2. 24-22. The Patriots. Stay with us.
I need electrical maintenance done on my older home.
YourElectricianOnline.com.
New lighting would really accentuate the kitchen.
YourElectricianOnline.com. Whatever your electrical needs, Shafnisky Electric is here to help. We specialize in existing homes and can help you create the perfect mood in a room with custom wiring. And when catastrophe hits, we're right there to help. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Shafnisky Electric.
Free delivery, free setup, free removal. Who offers all of this on products from GE? There's only one answer. The leader, Kleckner & Sons. For over 60 years, they've been providing quality service and competitive pricing on all of their GE appliances. If you've never shopped at Kleckner's for GE, come and experience the family difference. Kleckner & Sons. Service is our most important product.
Here's a story we're following. Construction is complete at Faulkner Chevrolet Cadillac, and their new facility is open for business. I spoke to Sam Borelli earlier about GM's response to this special grand opening.
We've received some extra shipments of our most popular models from Chevrolet and Cadillac. Every new car and truck is discounted without exception. It's the only way we can reduce this excess inventory.
Local car buyers are urged to proceed to Faulkner Chevrolet Cadillac in Bethlehem now through the end of February to take advantage. We'll keep you updated as this story develops.
Lanta gets me to work every day.
Thanks to Lanta, I was able to get this job.
Thanks to Lanta Bus, I was able to take this job.
Many of my employees are able to get to work thanks to Lanta Bus.
Much like the Chamber, Lanta's expanded service will provide an opportunity for employers and employees to come together, which will provide the much-needed workforce for this growing Lehigh Valley.
lot has changed in the Lehigh Valley over the past 73 years. Stores have come and gone, folks have moved in and out. One thing that has remained is Walters Pharmacy in Allentown. Walters has been a staple in Allentown healthcare since 1937. Walters Pharmacy carries name brand and generic healthcare products, along with a large inventory of prescription drugs. All insurance plans are welcome, and Walters also offers home delivery 6 days a week. Visit walterspharmacy.com for more information. Walters since 1937.
If you're a homeowner with poor insulation, you're throwing away money. With Lehigh Valley Insulation, our experienced family of installers can thoroughly re-insulate your home. We assure the best material, installation of the highest standards, and affordable pricing. Every day, summer and winter, your money slips through gaps, voids, and other openings of your home's walls and attic areas. Let Lehigh Valley Insulation provide you with a comfortable lifestyle and a lower energy bill every month of the year. Call Lehigh Valley Insulation for a free consultation.
Remember, it's comfort that pays.
We are back, and the floor is empty. We're at the half. It's 24-22 in favor of Freedom. I'm not quite sure who has the momentum going in this ball game. It looks like the Royals can score quickly, and Freedom so far has managed to stay ahead most of the ball game. They've led by as many as 7. The Royals have led just one time, and that by 1 point. But they seem to be extremely pesky, so let's take a look at the halftime numbers brought to you by Walters Pharmacy. And we'll start with the individuals while we do some hair. And, it's a key for Freedom to get Jackson and Chiclana up there on the board point-wise. Freedom has done that. But, again, for Upper Darby, they're a ball club, Tom, that spreads it around, and that's exactly what they've done.
Gary, if you look, Kadir Rice and Benny Torre, the 6'4" and 6'5" players for the Royals, have 11 other points. So they're getting second chance opportunities. David Williams was sitting over on the bench for a while, and that's where these two guys came in and said, we're going to get some stickbacks.
All right, let's take a look at the team numbers. Jackson already with 4 rebounds, Rice with 4 rebounds on the other side. And as you look at the rebounds, it's 10-9 Upper Darby, but some of them have offered up second chance opportunities that you talked about.
And the stat Pete Bowman gave us, 6 offensive rebounds for Upper Darby, and they've been at least 3 converted into baskets.
Upper Darby 1 for 7 from beyond the arc, and that certainly is not their normal game, although Coach said we have some games where we just don't shoot the ball very well. There you get a look at the Becca High girls. Coach Mr. Lancic, he'll get ready for game 2. That game will start at 4:30. Before we get out of here, we always invite you to tune into RCN Sports Talk every Thursday live at 6 o'clock. Coming up on the next show, we'll be talking PIAA playoff action. The first 2 rounds will already be in the book, and we'll give previews and predictions of the state quarterfinals. You can follow Sports Talk on Twitter and Facebook, get updates on guests for our next show, and it will be Amy Yencho of Liberty, as there you get a look at the 2 hosts of the Sports Talk show. But the star of the show on Thursday, none other than Tom Stout.
Wow.
So you may want to try to find something else to do Thursday night.
Well,
we'll be back.
Well, I'm there. Can I use your office?
Well, I'll be back.
When life gets complicated, we all need ways to simplify. One way is to use paperless billing from RCN. Sign up now and redefine how you manage your account. Log in from anywhere with internet access to view current or recent statements, check your account balance, pay your bill, or set up automatic payments. Keep life simple. Sign up for paperless billing. Click rcn.com now to learn more.
Welcome back. The shiny floor here at Seward's Gymnasium, and that allows Mr. Stout to shine because it's time for the halftime highlights brought to you by Shafnisky Electric. And Tom Stout will give you an electrifying report.
Right off the bat, Nyree Jackson with a little teardrop, stopping and popping from the foul line area. Jackson can go inside, Jackson can go outside. Probing is Nigel Long. Turnaround, step back by number 32, Nyree Jackson. Good entry pass. Macy O'Connor to silky smooth Derek Chiclana with a nice reverse layup. Once again, 6'6" lefty. Nice sweet touch off the glass. Jackson attacks the rim. Jackson gets up before anybody else with the offensive rebound. Jackson finds Chiclana for only his 10th three of the year, but the 6'6 lefty shows his range. Beautiful pass. Quiddy Slanger knocks down a three from the corner. Beautiful steal by Slanger. Looks like he's going to go up to flush it. Nope, he just lays it in. Tremendous first half by Slanger. Beautiful entry pass by Fisher. Finds 6'6", 6'5" Benny Torre. Torre stopping and popping from the right elbow. Then beautiful spin move. Ball comes loose. Torre in the right place, the right time with the stick back. Beautiful basket cut by Kadir Rice for 2 of his 5 points. Here's Rice again. Lefty, I remember he's left-handed. Nice left-handed jump hook by Kadir Rice.
All right, it's time for our trivia question of the day. It's brought to you by Lanta. Freedom is 1-5 in state playoffs. Their only win came against Bishop O'Reilly in '82. Ironically, what team beat them in the second round and went on to win the state championship? John Bowman is cheering.
He's jumping up and down here, Gary.
I think he knows the answer.
Wow.
Tom, I'm going to put you in the locker room. Let's start with the Royals of Upper Darby. I don't think Coach Miller can be all that disappointed in the way his team played in the first half.
Key point in the first half, Coach Miller called timeout. They're down 19-12. Since then, they're on a 10-5 run. He has to be happy with the team. They're playing good defense. They're executing the defensive game plan, and they're patient on the offensive end.
Well, there you get a look at the coach. How about in Joe Stallato's locker room? Ironically, and I'm using that word often today, his team is up by 2, but he's probably a little more disappointed right now.
Again, Gary, when I was a fiery type of coach. Somebody's got to light a fire under some of these guys. You stated, we were talking off the air, it looks like there's no sense of urgency here. They are up 2, but again, they need to get a little spark, make a run, get a lead, and maintain a lead.
Well, I love your analysis. I think you're definitely right on both accounts. And we'll see how the second half shakes out. But there is a sense of emergency here. If you don't win this game, your season is over. So at some point, if you really love the game of basketball, you have to realize that and play as hard as you can possibly play through the rest of this basketball game and hope you come out on top. The possession arrow is pointing to our right, so that means the Royals will have an opportunity to tie this game up on their first possession.
Gary, I know the coaching staff emphasized this. They need David Williams. They need David Williams to come out here and dominate here somehow.
With the basketball is Quiddy Slanger. Slanger with 5 first-half points. We mentioned how they spread it out. 5 different guys on the board. Nobody with more than 6 points. And that 6 belonged to Benny Torre. Down inside, perfect pass. Tom, you can't play defense from behind.
David Williams just a step slow. He has to be able to read that.
That's our first tie of the basketball game, 24 all. Nairif, he wants to go down. He'll drop it down, but that'll be a turnover. Turnover number 6 by Freedom. Bringing the ball down the floor is McCoy. Keeps the basketball. He is guarded by Nigel Long. It is the starting lineup out there for the Royals. That's Fisher, Slanger, McCoy, Rice, and Torre. And tough rebound by Nigel Long.
One player that's come with urgency all game is Nairif Jackson, working extremely hard on both ends of the floor for the Patriots.
And Nairif saves it, and that's a good save. But losing the ball is Chiclana. Fisher down the floor. He'll put it up, no, but there's the follow-up again, this time by Torre.
The Upper Darby Royals, Gary, just out hustling the Patriots on both ends of the floor.
Here we're going to get a pushing foul. And Bill Murphy will make the call.
Watch Fisher come down here so quick, but watch Chiclana. He hustled back, so did Nigel Long, but look at this. 2 other Upper Darby Royals right there. Some of the other Patriots must hustle back.
Here we're going to get a foul. This will be on McCoy, and that's his second, and the team's second.
Patriots can't be happy with the interior play by the Upper Darby Royals. They're just dominating the big men from Freedom. They're doing a good job contesting the threes, but the inside play of Torrey and Rice just too much thus far.
They run the other way, and I think they caught Chiclana doing something he wasn't supposed to do. No, it's going to be on David Williams again. That's his third.
David Williams makes Coach Stellato rub his head there. Again, they need Williams in the game, but sometimes he loses focus and he does some things that just do not help the ball club out.
Coming up next, the Becca High Golden Hawk girls will take on Bonner Prendergast, the number 3 team out of District 12. That shot does not go, taken by Kadir Rice. Freedom with their 11th rebound. Jackson back to Nigel Long. All of a sudden, Nigel was all by himself, and you see his eyes get a little bigger. But then he got picked up down inside Chiclana. Boy, there are times when he makes this game look easy.
He's 6'6", guy, but his arms are so long. When he attacks the rim like that, he's going in like he's like 6'9".
Second tie of the game. Freedom fans wanted a 5-second call there. Jim is rather quiet, actually, for a game in a state playoff. I think maybe the afternoon start had something to do with it. Nice rebound, Williams on the miss. Quickly down the floor, Nigel Long, a little crossover between the legs. That would have been pretty if it was successful. It was not. Ball slapped around. Kick to the corner. Slanger looking to go, and he just throws the ball right to David Williams. Turnover number 5.
David Williams had a big smile on his face. He was surprised that pass came right to him.
Well, Nairif gives up the 3 to knock. Oh, he thought he was going to knock down a 2. I did too. The way that rattled around, it did not fall. Surprised he gave up the triple. He was only a half a step away from a 3-pointer. .26 all. Outside to Ray. That's an interesting stutter step. Chiclana played it pretty well. Now we're going to get a foul on Chiclana. And that is Derek's first.
Kenny Teray here. That was a carry there, I thought, initially, but give Teray credit hustling after the ball. And he's going to go right at Chiclana. I think he carried it. He might have walked, but he drew the foul.
Nobody wanted to take the ball out of bounds for the Royals. Finally, McCoy stepped up to the plate. He's got the basketball. Little pick and step back. Fisher. Fisher again. McCoy will drive and get hacked. This foul will be on Nigel Long, and that's his first, and the team's third.
Watch McCoy strong to the basket. Jackson's got to step over there in the rotation and be there sooner to help Nigel Long.
McCoy yet to score a point. Came in averaging 1.8. He makes the foul shot. Well, right now they're 2 out of 3 from the line, so that's better. Got his first 2 points, and he already has his scoring average and takes a rest.
Where the Royals stay in the ball game, Gary, as you can see, is on the defensive end. They play hard. They execute what Coach Miller wants, and they do it quite well.
They've controlled tempo too, Tom. This is the tempo I think they like to play. In fact, the coach had it figured out pretty well. He says, we look at the opponent. We see the kind of game as we get a held ball that will go back to Freedom. We see the kind of game the other team likes to play. We'll play the opposite. We'll try to keep them from playing that game.
Well, we know that the Patriots like to go up and down here and get in a transition type game, and there's been none of that tonight or this afternoon.
I can't remember one.
I don't remember a basket. The only transition basket was for Upper Darby on the steal.
Right. Here we get a foul away from the ball. It's a push foul on Isheem Adams. That's his first, third team foul.
David Williams working hard inside, has good position. He's posting up. He was nice and wide, low base. Good job by Williams.
Chiclana, let's stop that. It's all about getting him the ball in the right place.
They need to continue to do that. It's so easy. He makes it so easy looking, and they got to continue to get him touches.
4 lead changes, 3 ties. We're sitting at 28 apiece. Outside Fisher. He can't get it to fall. Another missed triple. And the rebound for Chiclana. Here goes Chiclana. He's going to get held by Torre. Torre's second, team's fourth. Check it, that's the third on Torre. They don't put the fouls up on the scoreboard here, and the officials walk away from us. Makes it a little tough sometimes to pick the fouler. Inside Chiclana. And wow, that was not an easy shot.
Not easy, but nice out of bounds play. Very well set up. Jackson coming to the wing. They look like they were going to get him the ball. Threw it right into Chiclana. Chiclana is the best inside player here skill-wise today. He needs to continue to believe that. He needs to know that.
So we have our 5th lead change. Now it's Freedom on top. Ball slapped out of bounds. And again, James Fisher will go over to put it in play. Freedom was not aware where the basketball was. Pull-up jump shot, Timmons, and he'll knock it down. And that will be a triple for Demetrius Timmons. And that gives the lead back to the Royals. That basket will count, and a foul against Upper Darby. David Williams will go to the line.
There's Macy O'Connor doing what he does best, diving all over the place. Good bounce pass. Chiclana finds David Williams.
David's first field goal of the game. And he'll make it a 3-point play and give his team a 2-point lead.
Gary, on the other end, how about the effort Macy O'Connor? He's really doing a tremendous job on Quiddy Slanger today. He is not letting him get looks beyond the arc.
And Quiddy came in with 11.8 per game average. We're going to get a timeout called here by Coach Miller. That's his second. And that allows us to go back to the trivia question. We mentioned Freedom 1-5 in the playoffs. They beat Bishop O'Reilly in '82. But there was some irony in who ended up beating them in the second round. And why was it ironic, Mr. Stout?
Well, Beat Bowman was jumping up and down here. And I can remember back then, they beat Whitehall.
They did. They beat Whitehall. And there's a Dick Tracy type score. 33-28. They must have been running that day. There you get a look at Scott Colville. Certainly one of the, well, probably the biggest star of that basketball team. He was just outstanding.
I think he was the leading scorer that night with 8.
Yeah. Coach Tracy with that matchup defense. And you know what, though? There's a phrase that coaches use all the time, and I don't think too many players listen to it anymore, and that's treasure each possession. And Coach Tracy, more than anybody I can ever remember, treasured every possession.
I hope Coach Delato's relaying that to his teammates right now during this timeout, because sometimes they don't treasure each possession. And on the offensive end, defense, they just have some mental lapses.
There's a guy who'd rather be coaching. This is his home court. That's Doug Snyder, the head coach of the Allen Canaries.
I hope he wasn't trying to get Bucky Parzak and Wolfie on his staff.
Better defense, I think. He was asking him to play a little better.
I'd take the Water Boy and Mr. Deppie over those two.
We'll try to deal with the defamation suit on Monday. Right now, 33-31. As Freedom on top by 2. They've led by as many as 7. They trailed by as many as 2. And that's a trip foul. And let's see if are they going to call it on Long or Connor? It'll be on Long, his second. 4th team foul, non-shooting. Outside for 3, no. Instead, Snyder steps in, nothing.
Wow.
And Chiclana with a rebound.
That should have been a foul there.
Kick it out. Jump shot. Nigel Long. Oh, my. That's big. And he's not. Nigel Long knocks down the triple, just the second of the ball game for Freedom, and the lead is up to 5.
Big shot by Long, but how about the pass by Nyreef Jackson, penetrating and kicking.
In the paint, Fisher drops it off for a 3. Slanger doesn't get it, and Nyreef Jackson runs it down.
Nyreef Jackson again on the defensive end on Fisher. Tremendous effort today by Nyreef.
Inside, David's got it. Gonna force that one to fall, and the lead now back to the largest lead of the game at 7.
That's okay. He needs to be aggressive like that. It forced it a little bit to fall, but I'd rather see him do that than just be out there doing nothing.
In the corner. Slanger back outside. Looks like they might be interested in just playing for a final shot.
Patriots need a stop here, Gary, going into the fourth quarter.
Jackson on Fisher. Nyreef looks up at the scoreboard, see how much time there is. You see everything at the bottom of your screen. Little dashes represent timeouts available. That shot won't drop. Ball still loose, but they won't get that one off on time, even though it did drop. 38-31. Nigel Long knocking down a big, big triple. The lead is 7 for the Patriots. Don't go anywhere.
Create a game plan for your financial future with Eric Engel of Janney Montgomery Scott. Contact Eric Engel today at ericengel.com. Free delivery, free setup, free removal. Who offers all of this on products from GE? There's only one answer. The leader, Kleckner & Sons. For over 60 years, they've been providing quality service and competitive pricing on all of their GE appliances. If you've never shopped at Kleckner's for GE, come and experience the family difference. Kleckner & Sons. Service is our most important product.
We are back. We welcome you back as Freedom now shooting 62% in the ball game, 35% by the Royals. Freedom missed just 2 shots in that third period. And another big number, Upper Darby just 2 for 13 from beyond the arc. Freedom is 2 for 3. And Tom, you don't count this team out, though. They have been in this situation before where they've been down, and they have been able to come back and end up on the right side of the score.
And we've seen Gary Freedom ahead at this point in the games and unfortunately not hold on to some victories.
We get a slapping foul called on Maceo Connor, his first, team's 5th.
Gary, Coach Miller got that foul call at the end of the last quarter. He went right out at the end to let the referees know he wasn't happy, and look at that, right off the bat, a foul.
Wow, there's him. Talk about nice out-of-bounds plays. Hasheem Adams is the recipient of an easy layup.
That's why when I was a coach, I always played zone on out-of-bounds plays. A lot of guys like to play man, but too many things can happen, too many openings.
Yeah, especially with a good spacing on the plays. We get a foul on Slanger. That's his second. Team 6. Take a look at this out-of-bounds play.
Watch David Williams. He's watching Fisher. His man just went right by him.
That's why you don't play man-to-man.
Well, that's why you don't play man. You're not supposed to play belly to the ball. You're supposed to be. He had his eyes right on the ball, and he was lost.
Jackson tries to find Chiclana, and instead finds a Royal. Turnover number 8, and down the floor, up and in. An acrobatic bucket for James Fisher, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
Ball's loose. Chiclana can't come up with it. Here's Fisher, 5'11", taking it right at Nyreef Jackson. The lefty throws it up with his right hand, draws the foul.
Both teams now with 6 team fouls. Fisher at the line. He has not been to the foul line. But the Royals are 3 for 4 so far in this one from the 15-foot stripe. That was not a pretty foul shot. Freedom looked like they might want to run there, but they were stopped. They lead by 3.
Gary, Nyree Jackson didn't score a point in the third quarter.
How about right now? No, comes up short. Rebound Fisher. 15th rebound for the Royals. 16 rebounds for Freedom. So that number negates one another. Slanger kicks it out. Drive. Oh, up, doesn't go. Good move by McCoy. Could not finish. Williams with a rebound. Jackson. Nigel will start us all over again, he says, to his teammates. Williams. David wants to go. And he will not get it.
That's too far for David Williams to have to put the ball on the floor. He was well beyond the three-point line. That's too far to go.
Fisher kicks it out. A lot of screens away from the basketball by Upper Darby. Fisher outside, no. Air ball that ends up in the hands of Teray. Teray has it and kicks it right back outside.
Once again, another offensive rebound by the Royals.
Fisher is 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. And he is one of their better three-point shooters. He has 60. In fact, probably their best. They were going to get a foul call.
So that's why you need to continue to close out on him and make it difficult, because he might be 1 for 9, 1 for 10, but he's going to keep taking them. And he's eventually going to make one.
Foul's on Connor, but that's the 7th team foul. Nobody realized it. As the Royals will go to the foul line, a chance to cut the deficit to 1. At the line, Quiddy Slanger.
I am correct. The Patriots haven't scored yet this quarter.
They have not.
Wow.
In fact, it was 38-31, Tom, as that's Quiddy Slanger's father, we have been told. One out of 2. And we're going to get a foul called. This is going to be on the Royals. Take a look.
Connor with the rebound, engulfed by 3 defenders, 3 Royals right there. Take your pick. Gary, this is going to be a foul shooting contest the rest of the way.
Officially, everybody went to the foul line, and the ball was sitting down here in the lobby. Hard to shoot a foul without a ball. Connor at the line, 53% on the year, does not have a point in the game, and he knocks it right down.
I'm glad we have 3 officials, Gary. Someone figured that out, that extra official.
Everybody was set, ready. There was no ball. Wow, how about Macy O'Connor? Hasn't scored all night, goes to the line and calmly drops both foul shots.
And his percentage is not that high, Gary. That's 2 big foul shots there. Tremendous effort there, Macy O'Connor.
Well, 53% is what he shoots from the foul line. Went down inside, trying to get it over Chiclana. That's not happening. Williams there, Chiclana there, and Kadir Rice had no chance.
The SWAT patrol was there, Gary. Both of the defenders there for the Patriots.
Timeout called by Freedom. That gives us a chance to tell you the schedule for the rest of the day. Becca High girls, Bonner Prendergast girls, the number 3 team out of District 12, taking on the District 11 champion. That ball game will be following this one, probably about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this basketball game. Then we go to AA boys. That'll be the Notre Dame boys taking on defending state champions, Constitution, the number 3 team out of Philadelphia, which is District 12. Then we come right back to 4A boys basketball. That's what we're playing right now. And that will be the District 11 champion, the Parkland Trojans, as they'll take on the number 8 team out of District 1, Ridley. So we'll have that ball game for you too. And I know we have plenty of Ridley fans also down in the Philadelphia area watching on RCN. So Upper Darby, Ridley fans, we say hello to you. We welcome you. Glad you're with us. And without music, it's not easy to have that beat over there without music. They were rocking and rolling, Mr. Stout.
I was sorry, Gary. I was looking up the Lehigh Lafayette score, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
There's John Leone, Lafayette Lehigh playing in the semifinal of the Patriot League today. And we, of course, follow the Lafayette Leopards right up until today, where CBS Sports Network carrying the ball game. That one coming to a conclusion, one would think, a 2 o'clock start. Oh, Chiclana. Boy, he faked everybody out but didn't finish. And here come the Royals. Watch out, Fisher, a little bit out of control, and they end up with a basketball anyway.
Good hustle by the Royals. That would have been a big basket on the other end by Chiclana.
Take a look at what turns out to be a fire drill.
Fisher, again, so good in the open court, lost it. Good hustle to save the basketball, then 14 goes up for it. Timmons gets it. Coach Miller says we need a timeout.
So they get the timeout. We believe that that's their third. So he's got a couple left. A couple of things right now in Freedom's favor. Certainly crunch time is where you need to go to the line and make foul shots. We mentioned the Royals are just a 48% free throw shooting team. So that maybe works in Freedom's favor. And the other thing is, right now, they have a 4-point lead.
And that's Nigel Long and Nyreef Jackson need to have the ball in their hands. They're the best foul shooters for the Patriots. Most consistent.
Fisher will get a screen. Freedom switches on that screen. Slanger. Connor on him. Fisher's guarded by Jackson. Into the corner. There goes Fisher. Drops it off. Take it inside. Up and in. Nice move by Demetrius Timmons.
That's too easy. Timmons, nice little kiss off the glass, but somebody lost a man there.
Well, this one has all the makings of going right down to the wire. Back in the zone for the Royals. Steal. And a held ball. Oh my. And it belongs to Freedom.
Gary, one thing about Chiclana, he is so silky smooth, but sometimes he has to be more aggressive. Come to that pass. He's just waiting for it to get to him, and the Royal defenders almost come up with the steal.
You see Joe Stellato having a bit of a laugh with Jim Kimmel. Not quite sure Mr. Miller is quite as jovial right now on that call. 1-3-1. Freedom can sit in the corners if they want. Instead, Jackson puts up a three that comes up way short, and here comes Fisher.
1-3-1 has given the Patriots fits here today.
Should get shots in the elbow in the corners.
And they did what Chiclana previous possession, 2 possessions ago. They have to continue to move the ball.
Wow. Uncontested, as Quiddy Slanger just saw an opening and never stopped because he was not stopped.
Beautiful move by Slanger, but somebody has to stop the ball. That's 2 possessions in a row.
4th tie of the game with 2:42 to go. That's a kick wide right.
The Royals very active in the 1-3. Hands are quick, always moving, getting a lot of deflections. He goes through 3 defenders there, 3 Patriot players.
Well, 3 people waved at him. I'm not sure he went through them.
That's true.
They
waved at him. They said the Olay defense, Matador defense.
40-40. Jackson. Connor. Williams. Nigel Long. He can't get it either. Rebound Fisher, and he's going to get fouled on the play by Maceo Connor.
Long takes the 3, 6'6", 6'6", and 6'5". Nowhere to be found on the offensive glass. Nobody there except Maceo Connor. And he draws the foul.
At the line, trying to create lead change number 8. James Fisher, you see his numbers, 6 points. 0 for 1 from the foul line. He got it. The Royals by 1. Somebody's going to have a heartbreaking finish to their season. Chiclana with a rebound, and then a silly foul on the rebound. And we'll walk the other way and try to reverse the lead change.
Good job by Chiclana. He got his body there, and foolish foul there by, I believe that was Demetrius Timmons. You don't want to foul 94 feet away from the basket.
And I don't understand the thought process. You're not going to out-rebound Chiclana. He's 6'6", and he has inside position. Just accept the fact that he's going to get the rebound. He drops the foul shot. He's 2 for 3. We have tie number 5. And Derek makes them both. Lead change number 8.
It's going to come down to who's going to get more stops here.
Remember the off day so far that the Royals have had from beyond the arc. Maybe the law of averages will tell you they're going to make one of these at some point. Fisher on a floater, doesn't go, gets his ball back, and doesn't go. Chiclana rebound.
Patriots need to be strong with the ball here. Good spacing. They need to come to every pass. They can't wait for that pass to get to them.
They're in the driver's seat right now, especially against a 1-3-1 where you can go to the 4 corners and just pass the ball around and go to the foul line, Tom, and win it.
And they have to be strong. That's
not a good decision by Nyreef Jackson.
Patriots up 1, and Jackson, who's so aggressive all year, has to understand there's a minute and a half to go and we're ahead here. But again, they need a good possession, good defensive stop here.
42-41. The Royals are down by 1. Now they'll start their offense against the man-to-man. There goes Slanger. There goes Slanger. He's slashing and dropping. Quiddy Slanger with a big bucket. He now has 10.
Slanger slicing and dicing for 2.
Now it's Freedom that has the pressure back on them. Chiclana. Down inside Nigel. Wide open Connor. Fling it around. Nyreef Jackson. And we get a timeout before the shot. And that shot did not drop. Well, let me run down the scoring for you. We'll try to get out of here rather quickly because of all the games we have coming up for the Royals. Fisher with 7. Quiddy Slanger with 10. He has 5 big ones here in the fourth quarter. Timmons with 5. Kadir Rice with 7. Adams with 4. And Teray with 8 on the Freedom side. Nigel Long with 9. Connor with 2. Chiclana with 16. David Williams with 6. And Nyreef Jackson with 9. And that is about half of what he normally gets, Tom.
Give Coach Miller and his Upper Darby Royals credit. They obviously had the scouting report or they wouldn't be here, and they've done a tremendous job making it difficult for Nyreef Jackson on the offensive end today.
Now the interesting part will be, will Coach Miller stay in his 1-3-1 or try to now, because you know that is what Freedom's talking about in their timeout, or will he now switch up his defense so that Freedom may not be prepared for what they look at? Looks like it's going man-to-man.
Well, if they go man-to-man, they better get the ball into Jackson. Oh, my.
Boy, Coach Miller wanted a backcourt violation there. That was a very close one. I'm not quite sure whether he had left his feet already. Interesting. Jackson, he's going to put it up. Fearless, he doesn't get it, and the rebound controlled by Rice. And now 20 seconds on the clock. Freedom has to foul, and they will.
Jackson launches a bomb beyond the arc. Give Rice Kadir Rice, credit, goes up strong with the rebound for the rebound.
There's the physics teacher. He said, you guys were the first ones not to ask me if I meant phys ed when I said what I teach. Slanger at the line, 1 for 2. He got the first one. The lead is 2. No matter what, it'll be a one-possession game. They haven't led in this game by more than 2.
They don't have a whole lot of big-time scores, but this is the guy that looks like when the game's on the line. Slanger looks like the guy that's going to step up for them.
Well, he did right there. Now it's a 3-point lead, the largest lead for the Royals. Long. Up and in, and he's fouled. Oh, my.
Smart move by Nigel Long, not needing a 3, attacking the rim, drawing the foul. Wow.
Foul is called on Kadir Rice. And now Nigel Long with an opportunity to tie this game up. Big, big foul shot. He's an 83%er. He has not been to the line, and just like that, he drops it. 12 points for Nigel Long as we get a timeout called by, I believe, the Royals. Wow, Tom, Nigel Long comes up big.
When you look up in the dictionary, smart basketball player, it's coming out Nigel Long. He is just tremendous. He understands game situations at all time. He's cool, calm, and collective. Superb effort there. Smart play. I can't say enough about him. Excellent decision there to tie this game up.
What's interesting is they're down by 3. You would think that maybe they're looking to tie it with a 3. He takes it at the basket. Probably a poor decision by the Royals to foul there. They would have been up by 1 even with the made shot.
I think Kadir Rice couldn't believe that he went by him, and then he grabbed him with the...
David Williams is hurt. David Williams can't step on his right foot. So it's Brian Juliana who comes in to play defense. And the most important defensive possession of the year for Freedom, and probably the most important offensive possession for the Royals.
That frees up Torrey or Rice to get some second opportunities here.
Here we go. They'll get one final look. Fisher puts it up. He does not get it. We're going. No! That's good. Kadir Rice with the play of the game drops it down for a 47-45 victory. Oh my, what a finish to game 1 today.
Kadir Rice again without David Williams. We're going to take a look at the last shot again. Last possession comes down. The Royals running their set. Here comes a stagger screen for Fisher. Shot goes up. Nobody gets a body on Kadir Rice. The lefty sticks it in at the buzzer. Win for the Upper Darby Royals. Tough defeat here to swallow for the Patriots. Tremendous season, but again, the absence of David Williams on that last possession, Gary, another second chance, and that's the ball game.
Wow, great job, and offensive rebounding all night long has been big for the Royals. Let's go to our Rothrock play of the game, and it's one that's easy to figure out. It's the one that wins the ball game. Kadir Rice on the offensive rebound, follow up with the play of the game, brought to you by Rothrock. So that will be a very happy bus ride back for the Upper Darby Royals. Let's take a look at our Big Woody's big shot of the game, and it's some dancing, but that occurred long before that last shot taken by Kadir Rice. Here's our player of the game, brought to you by Faulkner Cadillac. And so we round things up here for the Freedom Patriots as Joe Stellato does not get that 155th win that he's so desperately trying to get. As you get a look at Quiddy Slanger's father. Quiddy Slanger, the leading scorer in the ball game for the Royals with 12 points. And Tom, he is our player of the game.
Slanger all game long, just doing what needed to be done. And at the end, he stepped up big with some nice drives. There's a steal. shows his athleticism. He knocked down some big foul shots. He deserved to be the Faulkner player of the game.
He was indeed. Our leading scorer of the game is Derek Chiclana, who finishes his career at Freedom. Chiclana with 16 points in the ball game and 6 rebounds and a couple of blocks. But it wasn't enough today. Nyreef Jackson with just 9 points, and Nyreef did not have a second half point. And Nigel Long with an outstanding 12-point game and looked like he was going to be the hero. Not the case. All right, here we go. 19-8 is what the Royals will take in the state playoffs. They're 47 points on 19 field goals, 7 for 11 from the foul line. Only Slanger in double figures. The Pates finished 17-10. They're 45 points on 17 field goals, 9 for 12. They had a couple of triples. They were led by Chiclana with 16, Nigel Long with 12. Final score, the Royals 47, the Patriots 45. For Tom Stout, John Bowman, Rick Gio, the RCN television team, thanks for watching. Stay with us the rest of the day. Game 2 coming up. For all of us, I'm Gary Laubach. Goodbye for now.
Easton Area Middle School welcomed 17 high school cheerleading squads who competed in the 2013 District 11 Competitive Spirit Championships on January 26th. The small division champion was Wilson Area High School.
I'm thrilled. They work 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, from 3:30 to 6 every day, and their hard work, dedication, and determination got them what they did today. And there was a big fight, though, from the other teams in the small varsity division. They put up a good fight, and our team did excellent today. I was very proud of them. I always tell the kids, whatever you do, you try to do the best that you can, no matter what it be, and you compete against yourself on the floor. Don't worry about the other groups. Just worry about what you and your team can do.
I think the pyramid is a highlight in our routine. I think the girls enjoy the dance. They have a great time doing the dance. And the cheer, they enjoy the cheer.
We were so nervous, but we knew we put everything we could on the floor, so we were excited at the same time. We just really wanted to make it to states because we worked so hard.
Personally,